Does anyone else have an area in their home that's embarrassing? An area like that one? It seems like it is so easy for clutter to overtake our house. But recently I've been doing some research and I've been following a method by Dana K. White on how to tackle a cluttered mess without feeling like you're going 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards. There's 5 steps to the process. Dana K. White specifically talks about tackling clutter in the areas that you see the most first. So don't tackle the junk drawer, even though that might feel like the place to start. That is not the place to start, according to Dana K. White. You want to start in a place where it is visible, where you'll see the progress and you'll feel motivated to do more. So that's why this counter right here, I think is the perfect place for me to start. This seems to be my catch-all counter in the house, and it seems to get messy by the end of the week, every single week, and I really need to figure out about a long-term solution, but for now, I'm going to follow the steps to get the clutter gone today. To get started, you just need a couple supplies. You need a donate box and a trash bag. I'm only going to use a Walmart bag because this space is small, but I certainly would be using a bigger bag if I thought it was necessary. Dana K. White emphasizes there's no keep box when you're talking about clutter. If it's something you're going to keep, it needs to go right to its home. The way to find its home is to think about where you would find it if it were in its right place. If you can't think about where that place would be, then maybe you should reconsider these 2 things. Let's get right to the video. The first step in the process is to remove the trash. The second step in the process is to do the easy stuff. This would be removing items that already have an established home elsewhere, but it's not currently there. You can take these items right away to their home. The third step in the process is to declutter and use the donate box. The fourth step in the process is to evaluate items that may be harder to find a home for. Ask yourself 2 questions. If I needed this item, where would I look for it? Then if you have an answer, take it there now. If you do not have an answer, ask yourself the second question. If I needed this item, would it occur to me that I already have one? The fifth and final step is to apply the container concept to the space you're working on. If the items do not fit, move on to step 5.1, consolidate, and step 5.2, purge. In my situation, I do not have or want a container sitting in this area as it's already a small space. However, I do visually like being able to see my plants without a heaping mess in front of them. I tell you what, cleaning that area took a total of like 5 to 10 minutes by using Dana K. White's steps. I put everything back in its place, and instead of spreading it out all over the counter, if I would have been interrupted, which commonly happens even in 5 to 10 minute increments, it would have been okay, because the mess would have still been there, but as I was going with the mess, it continued to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So there's no 2 step backwards, 1 step forward, 1 step forward, 2 step backwards situation where you're battling, should I get all this stuff out, be ready to tackle a huge mess if I am not going to be accomplished the whole task itself. Dana K. White's steps help you work at things with little bits, and progress is success. Even if you don't completely finish to where you want to be, or all areas of your home aren't decluttered, at least that certain area you're working on was decluttered. Because isn't it all common that sometimes when we're cleaning up the house and we're putting dishes in the sink and then we realize the dishes need done and then we realize that the dishwasher needs unloaded and then we realize that the cabinets need reorganized and then we realize that the laundry needs folded and then we realize that everything is going on. And instead of doing that, keeping one focus area keeps that area your target to make progress on. And today, I would call that a success. Now I don't have to look at all the clutter when I first look at my kitchen.